Hello and welcome to today's video. We are here for Season 2, Episode number 13 of our NASCAR Heat 2 NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. And today, we're taking the final round, the final two races of the regular season in the first round of the playoffs. That means that next week is the final week of this season, and we announced on Twitter on Monday, January 1st, 2018, the drivers will be racing in all three series, and for the Xfinity Series, we're racing as Cole Custer in season number 3. Now, a quick look at the schedule, not only for today and Saturday, but for the rest of the series. Today we take on Richmond and Chicagoland. On the next day, on Saturday, we're going to take on Kentucky, Dover, and Charlotte in the round of 12. And the next day, we take on Kansas, Texas, and Phoenix in the round of 8. And Homestead, of course, for the championship. Now, if we win out, remember, we will have the record for the most wins in a single season here on the channel. The win streak, of course, starting at Watkins Glen. And if we would have won Iowa, it would have went from New Hampshire, but of course we didn't. So, if we can win Richmond and Chicagoland, at least, we will have the record for the most wins in a single regular season. But now, we take a quick look here at the standings in our first video of 2018 for the Xfinity Series. And we take on, looking at it right now, we have 15 wins and 104 playoff points. Followed by Justin Allgaier, 2 wins and 11 playoff points, along with Daniel Suarez. Ty Dillon has 2 wins, 15 playoff points, and William Byron has 1 win, 9 playoff points. Eric Jones, Blake Cook, and Ryan Reed all have playoff points, but aren't locked into the playoffs at the moment. So, it's now time. Alright, that we had not the qualifying effort that I hoped for.
Outside, real tight.
But, you know what? I feel like I'm not concerned.
Clear up top.
As I hit into somebody, almost crashed. Alright, but I'm not concerned. I'm really not concerned. We should be fine. Oh. It does not lit. Alright, I'm not really too concerned about anything. It's kind of just
outside.
Whatever. At the moment.
Outside, hold your line. All clear, all clear. That was a great lap.
4 laps to go at the end of stage number 1 here. 4 laps to go till the end of stage number 1 is what I should say. And very much looking forward to starting the playoffs in the next episode. I didn't even notice you were starting the playoffs today. I really didn't. But we are. It's about that time. It's about that time.
Check your belts. We're going to the green. Check your belts. We're going green. Inside, inside.
Now, I'm so used to the Cup Series with Richmond being the final race of the playoffs. That's very weird.
Inside. Good drive off here.
For Chicagoland to actually be the final round for the regular season. Or not the final round, the final race for the regular season.
All clear, all clear.
Because Richmond's the cutoff for the Cup Series, and basically that's what I've raced for quite a while. So we're just going to be behind this dude for like the entire race or some shit? I'd rather not be. Daniel Hemrick, huh? Interesting. Alright, here we go. Gotta keep the drive going here for the race? I don't know. Listen, if I don't lose a lot of spots, I'm not mad. At this point, I'm gonna try to keep it going.
That's 20 laps left.
20 laps left? Holy shit. Lap 5 of 10.
Really good laps.
As long as you don't qualify well, you get stuck in a position like this that I'm in. Because just qualifying just a little bit further back put me in a position that this gap that I've been put in. Now, even though there has been a restart since the first start, there's nothing that I could do now. I had to drive through the field. Through a good majority of the field. I drive from 19th, so I drive through almost half the field to get to where I'm at, and I had nothing left on the restart at the end of stage number 1. To the point where I had nothing I could do. You know, there's really nothing I could do.
Keep taking care of it. We're only at halfway.
Yeah. That's a concern for me. Because the tires are at 58%. Means they can hang on for a little bit. And we're not going to pit. Or we shouldn't have to pit. I really overdrove that corner, oh well. I'll take second at the end of stage number 2 here. Hasn't been the best outing for us. Spend 10 laps right around in second place with tires that aren't really doing the best. Now here's the thing. Okay? It's going to lead to my decision to pit. Is every person pitting? The answer is yes. I want 4 new tires and repair. What? 4 new tires loses me 25 spots.
Check your belts. We're going to the green. Okay, be smart out there. We're going green.
Fuck.
Outside.
Oh my god. That's annoying as hell.
Outside, still there.
That is annoying as hell.
Outside, hold your line.
There's only so much I can do here too. God damn it.
Alright, it's 10 to go. Hold a steady wheel. Clear high, get up there. Outside.
I was hoping to be in second with new tires, not in
Get to the bottom,
27th.
get to the bottom. Hold a steady wheel. Clear, clear.
Okay. I'm on the bottom for the restart with relatively newer tires than the rest of the field. They were only worn to 94%, 93%, whatever.
Outside, still there.
So if we can stay close to Hemrick here, we may be able to dive down in turn 1 here
Outside, still there.
and complete the pass.
Clear high, get up there. Low.
Now it's Allgaier instead. On the bottom. Here we go.
5 to go. Inside, he's on your bumper.
Stop trying to fucking spin me out, bruh. Alright, here we go. We got cars behind that are trying to put themselves in the playoffs, and I'm trying to tie a record. 2 different goals here. With 4 laps to go here at Richmond. Can we get it done? I don't get why I don't do good at Iowa. It's very similar to Richmond. I really don't. Like, looking at it right now, they're very, very much alike. The corners are slightly different. I think Richmond are a little bit smaller than Iowa. And it's just a little different cornering. But besides that, it's really the only difference. But I can stay in the gas the whole way through the corner in Richmond. So I'm going to let off here. And I'm back in it. And there's no concern. I'm not losing time to the guys behind me. Super confusing. Final lap here at Richmond. We had to drive from 19th up to 2nd. We pit. Took 4 new tires, put us in 27th. We drove to the field with only 5 laps remaining when the caution came out, putting us in 3rd place at the bottom of the track. And we ran to the front to win Richmond and tie Season 1 regular season record for 16 wins. Alright, here we go. We are 7th in our starting spot here at Chicagoland in this series of winning. And that reminds me of back in the day, like 3 years ago, when I used to do racing in NASCAR 15 in a league that I was the leader of, with the meme lords that I played with. And it reminded me of how I was basically a god in that game. And how good I was. Because I remember back then, I would keep track of all the wins that I had in that and who would win what. Very similar to now, how I keep track of how many races I win and what tracks I win at for this series. Same exact thing, but it's for the league instead. We did our schedule that I made. We had a schedule of 36 races based on not anything like the actual NASCAR schedule. And we would race in people's favorite tracks multiple times, tracks with them like we did once. And it was very, very fun though. And that was my time doing leagues, and I think that I would still race those people in the leagues, but most of them got Xbox Ones instead of PlayStation 4. Because we all played on the 360 together. And I bought the PlayStation 4, and they all got Xbox One. That was the end of that league, but it was definitely fun. It took a lot of time, though, and that was really before I did this whole YouTube thing more seriously, so that was fun times, though. I know I've told about racing those leagues multiple times. There's a lot of wild things that went down. We had a time where we had like a lot of people in it, and then slowly after a while we just got less and less people, but we had 3 people that consistently raced in it. Yeah, you know, it was
really good lap. Stay in this rhythm.
It was interesting. The game had a lot of lag, though. That's for sure. I remember lagging hardcore. You would go into the corner, and if you would, like... Because you know when you guys watch these races that I do, if I go in the corner and I bump somebody very slightly, they're going to spin out. But in this, if you just got near their bumper, they're going to spin out. And then everybody would be like, oh, why'd you spin me out? And I'm like, I didn't touch you. Everybody would get spin at each other. Those were the times, though. Now with what I do, I don't know if I can necessarily do a league. I don't really like people. It's so much like to talk to different people. It's like, eh. Plus, I'm very much doing all these videos. Then when the videos are done, I want to play something for just a little bit, and then I'll play Overwatch for like 3 hours every day.
20 laps to go.
Competitive Overwatch, and then it's kind of like time to go to bed, and then do the same process over and over. So I don't know if it's something that I'd ever do, but who knows? But for now, we are on lap 205 in stage number 2. Remember, we win this race, we'll have 17 regular season wins. 17. And that's why I brought up that league with the amount of things that I used to do in that with wins. Because I had like 90-something wins by the end of our time doing that series. And I won almost every league championship that we had. I think also my skills as a leader really helped keep that league as a thing, because I was very good at leading that. As I do everything that I'm a leader of. I'm basically like the best at most things. The moment you just start gassing yourself for no reason. Basically my entire life. Yeah. Those are the times though. But here we are, lap 4 or 5 in stage number 2. That's the thing, we never got to do stage racing in the league. Interesting. That'd been very fun. But here we are, final lap of stage number 2. And we'll see what happens here. And what drivers will be in the playoffs in the next video. Who's it gonna be? I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be. I don't know. At this point, you actually do want to pit. So Elliott Sadler, Eric Jones, William Byron, Justin Allgaier, and myself are the drivers of the pit. So we should be fine for the rest of the race, whether there's a caution that comes out and forces the rest of the field to pit, or it just runs green the rest of the way.
Easy. Hold your line.
We should be fine. Because everybody up here has to pit in the next 6 laps.
Inside still there.
Meanwhile, us drivers in the back of the field do not. Because we already pit.
Go high, go high. Steady.
Okay. We weren't really going anywhere there, so I'm just going to go to the high side and race like a lord up here.
Hold a steady wheel.
Holy shit. Look at me going places.
The bottom's clear.
Do more fitting if I was driving a Toyota.
Clear all around.
No, nobody. Literally nobody laughed at that. Okay. It's okay though. I've been waiting for the right moment to like say that for. It's been a joke I've been waiting to say for like a while.
The bottom's clear.
And we finally found an opportunity.
Inside, good drive off here.
Oh my god.
Inside still there. Low, low. Clear, clear.
I don't know how much time. We have about 11 laps to go.
Low,
here.
low. Clear low.
11 laps to go, guys.
Clear high, get up there. Outside, hold your line.
Alright, so we have
All clear.
moved ourselves forward.
Good to go. Keep it up. Easy, easy. Clear clear low.
Come on. Bumping Ross Chastain on my way.
Easy.
And Casey Kane.
Clear up top.
And Ben Rhodes. Oh, people are pitting. Shit.
Car ahead is pitting. The bottom's clear.
Holy shit. Nine laps to go. 9 laps to go.
Outside, real tight. Clear quick.
Here we go. More cars will be pitting this time, so I should probably not be behind a car on the bottom of the track.
Clear.
Alright, there's a car pitting right up there.
Hold steady wheel.
None of those guys pit, so it didn't really matter that I won
All
the
clear,
pile.
driver.
You want to be safe. Always be safe, kids. Use protection. Just gonna leave that there. Alright, who's pitting this time?
Pitting car just ahead.
Everybody's pitting. That's where I take the lead. And now I can lead for the last 7 laps because that's what I do. Elliot's out of the next closest driver. 2.1 seconds back. 2.1 seconds back. And we're just going to go to victory here. Cruise to victory. 6 laps. Our record-setting year continues. Season continues. And we put it on the line in the playoffs in the next episode. Whoa. How many playoff points are we going to have at the end of this? I believe we should have a good amount. We should have near 120. Because we should have 109 after the last race, because we had 104. So you get 5 for that. You should have 111 after this. Counting the stages. And if we win, we should have 100 and something else. Should have 116. So if we win here, so we should be at 131.
Race is going green.
If we win this
Outside,
race,
hold your line. Green flag.
we should finish with 131 playoff points. We'll see if that math is correct when we go into the beginning of the next episode. Should be coming up soon. Not that long now, guys. When we do another episode. Can't wait. Alright, we don't have this race necessarily won yet. We got 1 lap here that we have to go.
Just one more good lap. This is it.
This here will determine if we win and get 131 playoff points, or if we get 126. I like the second option. Plus this here will keep our winning streak alive. Down to the bottom.
Way to dig, guys.
End of victory, even though my game lagged. Lit. Alright, so we'll see you guys in the playoffs.